Good evening. You are welcome to this wonderful forum again. I just want to bring to our notice about what programming is. Due to the video I released yesterday, some people were talking about programming. I got some feedbacks and it was awesome. Now, talking about programming, programming is just a creative process done by programmers to construct a computer on how to do a task. And many people think that when you talk about programmers is just to sit down and hack some computers, do some unruly things. No, it's just about giving a pattern, laying down patterns for things to work. But that's by the way, period to me for about some years back, let me say about 3 years ago, I wouldn't have, honestly speaking, I wouldn't have improved in programming. It's not like I'm a sort of like guru, but no, I'm just trying to come up in my own way because I put in hard work, and what programming means is hard work. Sometimes I look up to my senior bosses, which as time goes on in this video, they will be, giving us some teachings to us. Now, to that I guess I have an edge of others while coding in the field because I had to put in more effort. I want to make it, and my edge comes that not only thing programming sticks to you with constant practice. Now, and I would like to give us some tips that will enable us to grow as mature programmers. Number one, let's look about that having better understanding of a program, of a situation, of algorithms. Now, before I go to algorithms, what's the meaning of algorithm? Some people may ask. Algorithm is just a step-by-step way of solving a problem. Now, if you can have a better understanding of an algorithm and data structures, you can see, you can better convey your message and be able to deliver, get it what we call a map of what you're trying to write. That's it. So now for coding, you got to start a code simpler. Then as you move on, you start with little examples that will enable you know what you want. For example, you have a program to sum two numbers. You say, okay, for me to start two numbers, I need two numbers. Maybe a equals to 2, b equals to 3. That means you have declared two variables, and you need an operator. This shows you a sign of addition, which means you need a plus sign. Now bringing a plus b together gives you the answer to the program. Sharply, I'll move to number two. In number two, talk about what analysis and evaluations of techniques you use while developing a code. When you look at something, suppose you code for something while certain with a certain algorithm and pattern, you still think you can do it better. Now, if you finish studying, looking at an algorithm, you can always do better by trying to restructure, analyzing, and evaluating your previous work. There's always simpler ways of achieving a task. For example, if before you want to sum 10 numbers and you declare 10 variables, now when doing analysis stage, you can actually find out ways of using an array to contain those 10 numbers, using something like a loops to contain those 10 numbers. That's by the way. Now move straight to chapter 3. Keep yourself updated always by studying books, blogs, forums, and so on and so forth. I do a lot of study in my only two way. Studied DHL. I love the DHL books. I look into forums like W3 schools. I look at Java materials. I look at C# materials because I want to do well. Now I do a lot of reasoning in those books to make my programming strength, my programming skeleton increase. And through such exercises, I found that I keep myself updated. Now I know that period before there are somewhere I have to use iterators classes, but now I have a lot of collections. I can decide to use better in array lists and so on and so forth. There are ways, many simpler ways of achieving a result, and that's what we know. Now you can be a good programmer only if you have a good knowledge of a piece of programming language. Now the APIs means what I call the APIs. What is the API? The API stands for the application programming interface that has the collection of the classes and interfaces that comprise of each part of the programming or part of the language you're working with. And number 4 says, once you have good knowledge about the programming APIs and you have commands on language, now time for improvement and understanding. What does that mean? Now you start working on your design patterns. For example, I want to code uh, a program to write, a program to file, to calculate those numbers. Then I know, okay, I open my API, I see a tool that I need a file class, I need I want to write a database, okay, in C sharp, okay, I will say, okay, I need an SQL data client, and so on and so forth. There are many things you need. Now is the programming interface APIs that can help you move around your design patterns and how you can work. Now for the Microsoft people, you try to study your MSc, and there are many Microsoft resources down there for you, and many more. So these are all I want to bring to you to encourage us. You know, this programming thing is somehow stressful, but the thing is that we have to keep on. It's just like having an endurance race of 1,005 meters. Now this 1,005 meters race is not a race of energy, it's a race of endurance. And if you can take it, there are many times I sit down trying to put this in order, uh, it doesn't get to work. But what happens is that I keep on pressing, and I know that this can be done. And as a programmer, I don't have anything, I don't have to put anything like doubts in your mind. And if you can do away with doubts, just be free. And as a programmer, you don't have to keep yourself going hungry. You just have to, make yourself lively, eat good foods, and relax. And we have to note something. You will not only understand it unless you have better understanding about any programming language. Now, if you are taking up C sharp, have a better understanding of the API and the library. If you are taking up Java, have a better understanding of the API and the library. C++, whatever programming. Now, all are the ways you want to perfect in, so that you can be able to perform some tasks. Now, all about programming is making life easier. I see programming as live. I see what I do as live. As time goes on, we're bringing you videos on or what we call code shops and encouragements on Java, C sharp, and some other programming language. Talk about SQL, MySQL, and Microsoft SQL Server, and some other ones. Now, I encourage you to visit blogs, look at programmer7.com, roseindia.com, lynda.com. You make use of your internet where you can see many resources, the Microsoft.com. You can see many resources that can help you as a programmer. All you need to do is to maintain and know what you really need. Yes, as I wish you people a lovely day. I'm Sir Emeka, your one and only and your close Mac man. So remain blessed as we toil over in programming version 0.2. Good day.